morning, everyone. It's Mrs. P with Budget with Mrs. P, and I am doing a video today to introduce you to my envelopes and my cash wallet. I just wanted to talk about how I got started with cash stuffing and sinking funds and things like that. I have known about like cash, spending with cash, saving with cash, budgeting with cash for a while. I listened to Dave Ramsey a long time ago, and I know that he's big on, buying things with cash. So I wasn't, unfamiliar with the concept of cash stuffing, but it never really worked for me until, I started budgeting and really sticking to a budget and trying to have some self-discipline and not just spending what I wanted to spend. I used to, take cash into the grocery store, but I always had my debit card so that if I ever, went over, because I wasn't real careful with my spending. So it didn't work for me until I, really decided that this is what we've got, this is what we're going to spend, and we're not going to go over that. So I can count literally maybe one time that I spent more than what was in my envelope. And that was when I had, my family with me, and they threw a few extra things in the buggy, and, I just pulled from another envelope to cover that. But I knew in my heart and my head that that wasn't the way it should have been. So that was the only time I did that in the last probably 6 months. When I first started in January of 2023, I did start cash stuffing, but just like the basics. I had just like my wallet had the cash in it. I had groceries and like stuff for pets and household. The spending money and ball games, I think, were the only envelopes I had for cash. I've never used cash for gas. I have a budget for that. I always just use the debit card for that. In my opinion, you've got to have your gas. Now, I do know that we have been more mindful of, running back and forth to town for unnecessary trips. So, I've made it a very big habit of saying to my family, I'm going to the grocery store today. If there's something you want or need, today is the day, because I'm not going back for another week. So anyway, this is how I have my wallet set up now. The only sinking fund I had before was Christmas and birthdays. And now I've got multiple cash, I don't know what these are called, binders, I guess. And this is my wallet. This is what goes with me. If I know that I need to spend something out of one of my other binders, I will just take that envelope, put it in my wallet, and then put it back when I, get home. We do have a safe here at home. Some of the people who cash stuff have thousands of dollars in their wallets and things like that. I do not have that much. If we were to get that much, I definitely would put some of that in a savings account or something. But we do have a safe here, so we put our money in there so everything is protected. All right, so here I'm going to go through my wallet first. So the first envelope you'll see is my back to the bank. Sometimes we have online spending, or my husband, he will forget to get his blow money out, and so he uses his debit card. So I'll just take that money out. I don't wait till the end of the week to do that. I do it immediately, or I will forget. So right now we've got $50 in our back to the bank, and that will go back today. I have to go back to school today for our first teacher work day, and so I'll swing by the bank and deposit this on my way in. Groceries, this is leftover from this week. We will restuff this tomorrow. So this is what we had left. Now I have I had budgeted $125. I took out $150. So I've got $25 ready to go in there for this next coming week. But right now we have $10, $15, $16, $17, $18 left. And I have noticed a lot of people, and I kind of jumped on the bandwagon, when they have rollover money. Now with my grocery money, this month I'm going to take my leftover bills and put it towards debt. But typically I would put my leftover grocery money into my Sam's and Costco envelope. Then I always take out in my wallet, I take out any singles that I have left over, and I have a container here that I am keeping up with my dollars. This is what we had left over in December, and I'm going to just fill this tub up. I'm going to go ahead and put these dollars in there, and we will just keep filling that till I don't know when, and I don't even know what we're going to do with those dollars. Maybe put it towards debt, I guess. All right, so this $15, I'm going to leave it in here, but eventually I'm going to put it, you know, in back to the bank and take it and make a debt payment with that. All right, pet supplies. We have left over $25, $26. The single's going to go in my envelope, and the $25 pets will roll over because sometimes we need, you know, to purchase the big bags of things or litter or things that, you know, don't always come out every week. So I just roll over the pet money. Household is another one I usually roll over. I had thought maybe I would take this and put it towards debt, the leftover, but I know that I've got to buy paper towels and some other big items, so I think I'm going to roll it over this week. I've got $50 in the household envelope. I know that a big thing of paper towels from Sam's is like $25, so that'll take half of that. Mr. P, that's my husband, and he typically doesn't have a whole lot in his envelope. He's a spender. He's got $25. He does have to pay for some extra subscriptions and apps that he has come out each month, but that he's already paid up, so that's what he's got. Mrs. P, now I have $20 in there. Whenever I usually keep $10 to $20 in my envelope. I take everything else and I have a savings wallet that I use, and I just save my money into another fund because I rarely spend my money. If I do, it's on budgeting stuff. All right, Miss P, this is my daughter. She's got $7 in her envelope. I do not take her dollars. I leave her dollars because she is the one that, you know, does all the sports, and so the dollars are handy when we're at ball games. All right, this envelope is empty. We had to go to a tournament over Christmas, and the tickets were twice as much as what they normally are. I had kind of saved up a big chunk in here, but it got spent, so we had to use all of the sporting event money for the Christmas tournament. Eating out, this is not getting stuff this month. This is going to remain empty. So that is what I keep in my wallet. All right, so next I'm going to show you the binder that I use. I don't know, some people call them high priority, low priority. I don't really know what to call this one, but this is the one that I get into the most. Beauty. Beauty covers haircuts, makeup, specialty items for the hair, whatever me and my daughter need. Occasionally my husband will need something. He has a beard, so sometimes he needs items for his beard. I do not pull the ones from this envelope either. I roll over. It's just a revolving envelope. And then in the rest of my binders, I have trackers. So right now in beauty, I've got $28. Date night is empty. This is another one that is not going to get funded this month. We are not eating out. We're not going out. Date night can be TV and movies and games at home. So family fun, we have $5 in there. I did fund this one this month. Well, actually in the 28th, when we got paid on the 28th of December, because we had a scheduled activity with my middle son. So we traveled out and went out to eat, and so the family fun envelope did get funded, but it also got depleted. So it's got $5 left. Medical, Sam's and Costco. Now my oldest son has a Costco membership. He shares it with me. I share my Sam's membership with him. I very rarely go to Costco. I prefer Sam's only because the website's easier to deal with. We live a couple hours from a Sam's, but I do a lot of like online ordering. school supplies. This could mean if my daughter wanted some snacks from school, or if she needed something for, you know, class, or I needed something for class. Since I'm a teacher, sometimes I need supplies. This one kind of gets emptied out a lot. I'm going to have to rethink how much I'm going to designate for school supplies, because I know at the beginning of the year we spent way more than we ever have on school supplies. I don't know if it's because the prices have gone up or what it is, but we did spend a lot out of school supplies this year. Gifts. I did have a gifts envelope and a birthday envelope, because I thought birthdays could mean, you know, specifically my family birthdays, and then gifts could be, you know, weddings, baby showers, things like that. But it got really confusing, so I just merged it into one. I'm calling it gifts. I will try to fund this pretty good, because we have a lot of birthdays and things that we do. So gifts is, you know, a pretty spendy envelope. Doggy hair. My little dog, he's very old, but he still has to be groomed. He goes about every 6 weeks. They just went up on their prices, but she is phenomenal with him. He's got a lot of anxiety, and so she works really well with him. So I like to fund this enough to where I can pay for his haircut and give a good tip for it. Veterinarian. Our dogs don't get sick a lot. We do take good care of them, and we make their own dog food. The cat, of course, she does her own thing. She's very rarely even seen. But the veterinarian really is meant for like just their yearly vaccinations and things like that. Pool supplies. We do have a pool. This is to cover chemicals for the pool, to keep it clean and do the things. We have all of the equipment that we need for it, but this just covers like just the everyday maintenance for it. Clothes envelope. Goodness gracious. I don't know when clothes got so expensive, but I noticed when I was purchasing things for my daughter for Christmas that my money doesn't go as far as it used to. I was in one store, bought one outfit, and was blown away at how much it cost. So I'm going to have to really think about how much I want to put in this. She is good now for clothes, but, you know, I've got to think about next year. All right, so that's all in that binder. All right, next is more of the savings categories, or yearly, like things that come around yearly, except for this first one. Now, this first one's a new one, and it's just kind of a fun one. Biggest Loser, I mentioned in one of my other videos that my husband and I are doing a intermittent fasting. We're trying to lose some weight and get healthy. And so we're having this little friendly competition. So $5 each week is going to go into this envelope. And when we finish up our goal, our date that we finish up is April, because that's when we're going on our trip. So whoever has the biggest percentage of weight loss gets the money out of the envelope. And he is very competitive, so I will probably not get this. Garbage. We have garbage pickup at our house. It is the most convenient thing ever, especially when you live way far out of town. It is a quarterly expense. It's getting ready. We just got the bill yesterday. It's due next week. So I took out the money. It's $45 every quarter, which is very, very affordable. And so I already took it out. I've already put it in the bank, and so it's ready to be paid. Pictures. This covers sports pictures and spring pictures and all the things with my daughter. We don't do family pictures very often because, you know, it's very rare that I have all of my kids together. So pictures is, and also like her yearbook, things like that. Hunting. My husband does hunt. This envelope was pretty full in the fall. He used it for, you know, the things that he needs to do hunting, and so that's how we do that. Subscriptions. This is the envelope I'm saving up for to try to purchase Amazon Prime as a yearly subscription so that I can save some. It's got $45 in it now, so I'm hoping maybe by summer I can purchase Amazon Prime. Sports. Okay, so we have a sporting events envelope in my wallet to get into ball games. Sports, this is to buy like the cleats and the special outfits and things like that, t-shirts that my daughter would need to participate in sports. Car tags, this is to cover our registration and taxes on our cars that are due every year. My husband's is due in July. Mine's not due until September, so we've got some time to save up for that one. Car maintenance. This doesn't cover like emergency car problems. We have an emergency fund that will cover that. This car maintenance is basically to do oil changes and wiper blades and things like that. My husband does do his own oil changes. We save a lot of money for, on that, because I know the last time I actually took my car in to get an oil change, it was like close to $100 to get the oil change. So now we just have to purchase the oil and he can do it himself. Home maintenance, this is just, it's not for emergencies, it's not for anything major. It is to cover like filters, and like we have water filter system on the house, so things like that for home maintenance. Vacation, this one, we are going on that cruise, and granted, the cruise, we have that covered. We have our hotel stay, things like that, but this is going to cover gas. So we're going to save up just for gas money to get there and back. Home project, this will stay empty for a long time. This is to do any special things to the house. We have done a lot of remodeling in the past, so our house is pretty much done, but we do still have things we want to do, but that's going to be like down the road. Emergency fund, the emergency fund is fully funded. We have like a buffer in our checking account that is connected with a savings account. So like if we were to, go over, it pulls from this savings account, but we also have a separate savings account that's got our big emergency fund in there, and that's going to cover any major emergencies. And that is all in that binder. All right, my next binder. This one is my holiday binder. And this one, I had mentioned earlier that we used to just have birthdays and Christmas as sinking funds for holidays. But the more I watched and the more I thought about it, I started actually in, I think maybe even in September maybe, for our Halloween our Halloween envelope. So then I got really excited and made one for all of the holidays. So we've got New Year's Eve, which we stayed home. We didn't do much. We did buy a special steak dinner so that we cooked at home, so we did pull money from that, and then we gave my daughter some money. She had a sleepover for New Year's Eve, so we have some money in there left over, $25. Valentine's Day, we're not big Valentine's Day people. We will use this money to buy our daughter something special. We'll send my boys and their girlfriends a gift card or something, but we stay home on Valentine's Day. We don't like go out and spend a lot of money on a restaurant. Easter, we have $35 in there. This is mainly just to purchase. We have like a family dinner and with my parents and his dad, and so we'll contribute and make some food and desserts and things like that for Easter, and maybe get my great niece and nephew something for Easter. Mother's Day, my husband's mother is deceased, but I still have my mom, and so we do take her out for Mother's Day. Our anniversary, we have only really done something really big for our anniversary a couple times. We did go on a cruise one year, and then one year we had a weekend away, and that was so much fun. We will not be able to save up enough for something big this year, but I'm thinking maybe because I'm saving up all of my blow money, maybe we can do one night away, and maybe I can surprise my husband with that, because that was really fun to get away with him. Father's Day, I have my father and he has his father, so we will use this to go out and treat our dads to something nice. 4th of July, basically we just get the family together. We'll have probably a pool party or something, so this money will just cover food and beverages for everybody to have, and just spend the day at the pool. Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. Now Christmas is empty right now, but I am still stuffing it. I did pull some money out for last weekend when we spent the weekend with my son. That was our Christmas with him, so I did pull money out of that. So we are starting fresh this week with Christmas. Whew, I don't know how much we're going to need for Christmas. Everything is so expensive. I think we had $2,000 for Christmas and used every single penny of it on Christmas. So I may rethink of how much I want to budget for next year. All right, and that is all for the holiday binder. All right, this next binder is my summer savings. This is, I don't know, I had seen a lot of people talk about doing, like, getting a month ahead. And so that intrigued me, and so I made this binder. It's called a month ahead. It's all of my envelopes are geared to being a month ahead, but it's basically to cover us for the summer when I am not getting a paycheck. So I've got it set up to where each category of our major expenses is listed here from smallest to largest. So we've got our mortgage here, all the way up to where my car wash, we've got subscriptions all combined into one. So every month when I get paid, or every time I stuff this, once the envelope gets full, I'll give it a check. Right now we are working on, actually I think the spending envelope is complete. Let me check. Well, I'll check when I get there. I think I need to check this one off because I think I filled that one last time, and I'm starting on the John Deere envelope. So I need to check this off. So here we go. We've got the car wash, fully funded, medical, fully funded, subscriptions, funded, student loans, funded, gasoline, funded, insurance, electricity. And these are all estimated amounts that I thought I kind of overestimated. So hopefully, you know, it'll work out. Debts, hopefully this will be way down once we get there. And the debt one doesn't cover car. We've got separate envelopes for the car, the truck, and the gator. So debts is just credit cards and things like that. Cell phones, spending. Yes, spending is fully funded, so I can check that box off. And we're starting on the John Deere. So like this month, I'm only pulling like 150 at a time. So I'll just put 150 in, 150 in until this is fully funded. Whatever's left over, we'll start the new envelope. Then there's the truck, the car, groceries, mortgage. And I added in this miscellaneous because if something was to come up, you know, that I didn't think about, or if we have extra after we get this fully funded that I can stick in here just for extra, you know, peace of mind, that's what I'll do. So this one is my month ahead binder. And my last binder is the little savings binder that I have. This one is star notes. I saw somebody keeping dollars and bills that have the little star there. I don't know. They're not worth anything extra, I don't think. I just thought it was fun to stick those in there like as a little extra savings. I apologize. My dog sees somebody outside, or sees another animal outside. He's starting to growl. A-bucks. We save these. Anytime I get a dollar with an A on it, I save those. I just thought A was the first letter of the alphabet, and I could save those. These are just extra little savings. I don't know. I guess I'll throw it towards debt. The dollar. This is actually when I have leftover dollars out of my wallet. I was sticking it inside this envelope, but I noticed that it gets full really fast. So I don't know. I may like save up till it gets to 20, throw it in my little container here. I'm not sure. I have an envelope for it. $5. So this next three envelopes, $5, $10, and $20, this is where I'm saving up my blow money. And as you see, these are pretty thick. I've got these little trackers in here. I've got, what's upside down? This is how many fives I've saved out of, and I just started this in the fall. So I've got, let's see here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, $45 in fives that I've got saved. My $10 challenge, I've got $80 saved. My $20 one, my husband, if he knew I had all this money. My $20 challenge, I've got like $400 saved. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I think I might surprise my husband. I could put it toward debt, but you know, your blow money is your fun money that you've got, you know, personally. So I'm not sure if I want to throw it at debt or if I want to do something fun with it. Guys, give me a comment. What do you think I should do with my blow money? It doesn't bother me that he spends his and I save mine. That's just kind of how we've been our whole entire marriage. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think. What should I do with this extra money that I've got? Anyway, that's all of my binders. And so if you've got any suggestions on how I can make that better, or what I should do or add or take away, just let me know in the comments. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I've really enjoyed making these videos. I'd never thought I would have the courage to do this, but it's been fun, and the more I do it, the better and easier it gets. So I just appreciate you hanging out with me. So make sure you like and subscribe. Leave me a comment if there's anything that you would like to know, or you could share with me to help my journey, be more successful. And in the meantime, I will see you next time. Bye.